My topic I'm looking at, can God boast about you? The same way God has boasted about Job to Satan, can God boast about you? If God is boasting about you, will it bring shame to him? Will it bring disgrace to him? Will it bring mocking to him? Ask your neighbor this morning, can God boast about you? I say, ask your neighbor from your heart, can God boast about you? Every sermon you listen to from mommy this period, it is making peace with your God, being sensitive with the Spirit. And when we want to talk about the sensitivity of the Spirit, we want to talk about things that ordinarily you should do to glorify God, that will edify his name and not lower his prestige, lower his name. Can God boast about you? I want us to quickly look at 2 Samuel chapter 12 verses 14. 2 Samuel chapter 12 verses 14. He said, howbeit, because by this deed thou hast given great occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme. God was speaking to David after David had committed a sin. Listen, David is referred to in the Bible as a man after God's heart. But because of a singular thing he did, on Sunday I was listening to mommy preach about David. Because of he could not examine himself, he could not judge or control himself. When his warriors were in the war place, he was at home, moving from rooftop to rooftop, seeing everybody that was bathing naked. And then when he succeeded in that sin, God asked a question to David. He says, seeing that you have given the enemy reason, is your lifestyle giving the enemy reason to question Christianity? The way you live at the moment, the way you transact your business, the way you go about your activities, does it give the enemy reason to blaspheme your God? These days you see things that men of God do, and you begin to marvel. Can this thing be done by a man of God? I am not judging any man of God at all, but I'm only telling you this morning, everything you do, let it be something that will edify God, the name of the Lord. Because if the name of the Lord is not glorified, then we will not have converts here and there. We will not have people itching. The same way you see people coming to this church every day, it is not the same way they go to other churches. Because we have a woman of God that at every point in time edifies the name of the Lord. I will tell you for free, God can boast with our mother in the Lord. For free, God can boast with our mother in the Lord. Testimonies abound everywhere. Yes, but you, me, can God boast about us? I'm asking you, can God boast about us. Because in John chapter 6, in John chapter 1, verses 12, we are made to understand that as many that received him, to them he gave power. God has received you as his son. But can you exercise that power that you have been given? The way you live, that you are a man, you are a woman that carries the... Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, can God boast about you? Say, can God boast about... We can go to people for recommendation, for appointments, for different things. We will go to them and they will recommend us. Tell you something. Today, do not look for the validation of men. Look for the validation of God. Yes, man can recommend you for that job, for that appointment, for that favor, for that post you properly. Will God categorically recommend you for that position? Will God